Today's adventure brings us to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, to a very interesting museum known as Alcatraz East. I wonder if that escaping convict has any earthly clue that a sheriff's officer is waiting down below. Probably not. Oh wait, there's a guard in the tower as well. Foiled again. This is a very expansive property. It's big. Towers on each and every side. You must look closely, but it's under patrol. There's a guard up there as well. Lurking. They certainly went the extra mile on the exterior theming. Visiting hours are as follows, and there are some rules. Do not harass the inmates. Even stepping in the front lobby, it's already a little bit on the intense side. In order to purchase tickets, you have to wait in this queue of handcuffs. Look, they're made up of handcuffs. And around the perimeter, there are a couple of inmates watching over my every move. And not just those incarcerated, but in this corner, is that the warden? Is that the warden over there hiding in the shadows? This almost gives it like a kind of like a roadside highway feel to it. It's like a neon Alcatraz sign, a picture of one at least. This shows the dimensions, 1.5 miles to the transport dock. Only government boats permitted. To start off, had to head up this staircase. Boy, the ambiance is very, very thick. Even the circling lights above me. I feel like I'm really in a cell. To get to this one, it does not require any swimming. And there are some facts placed next to the photos. Al Capone was among the first of the prisoners to occupy it when it was built. Okay, this is happening. Whoa, this is like totally happening. I hear screams. Throughout these galleries, we're going to explore the enduring attraction to the anti-heroes of American history. Amongst the items in this case is a dungeon padlock, a shrew's violin, and hand irons. Back in the 15th century, these iron tongs were used, sometimes heated red hot before they were even used. And in all honesty, you probably really don't want to know what this head cage would have been used for. Not good things. I think they're describing it by the yells behind me.
Because I was overheard using the Lord's name in vain, my tongue was wrung through with a hot iron rod.
Whoa.
I am James Hampton. For the crime of idleness, I got a ride on the duffel stool, during which I was nearly drowned.
Whatever you do, look down. There's a pirate in there, a pirate. Next to these weapons is a pieces of 8, a Spanish silver dollar. Stepping into an area of the Old West, this photograph is the Anti-Thief Association from West Oklahoma. And there's a couple circa 1880 U.S. Marshal badges. This is an interesting idea. Rustler shoes. You put horseshoes on the bottom of your feet to confuse the lawmen upon escaping. Jesse James seated here 5th from the left, and Frank is standing 7th from the left on the back row. Nothing like being able to wander through some saloon doors. Watch out though, because on the opposite side are jail cells. Wanted Pony Express riders must be young, skinny, and wiry. Well, that leaves me out. Ever wonder what the James gang use for their revolvers? Here you go. quite the shooting gallery. Oh my goodness, look at that guy up on the upper ledge with he's got like a money bag over his noggin. That guy down there though, he doesn't have a care in the world. He's just taking a little nap next to his moonshine bottle. And speaking of, there's an old whiskey still right here in the left. If agents found an abandoned still, they would blow it up with this detonator to prevent it from being started up again. Check it out, I'm sure you've seen it in TV and movies. There's a sliding part of the speakeasy door. You got to know the password. 12-mile-per-hour speed limit through here. We're going directly towards the Chicago themed area. John Dillinger has to be probably one of the most popular death masks in existence. I've seen probably at least a baker's dozen in my lifetime. I guess it would be tough to tell which one is real and which one is fake. Like this gun states that it is a recreation of what he used to escape, not the real one. Some artifacts revolving around Bonnie and Clyde here behind this glass. A few pieces that were found at the car ambush site also on display. There are some little details through here. They have placed tire marks on the ground to make it appear as if you're just traveling on. Nicely done. Moving out of that room and into another, this was used in the movie Screen Used in Scarface with Al Pacino. Also a pistol and revolver from The Godfather. There's a lot of movie memorabilia in here as well. The suit and hat you see here belong to Mickey Cohen. Tucked away in this corner are some items that belong to John Wayne Gacy, including his clown suits. Jeffrey Dahmer's handcuffs when he was incarcerated in Wisconsin. The typewriter used by Ted Bundy. A knife used by the Boston Strangler. Wow. Manson's acoustic guitar from when they got him at Barker Ranch.
President James Garfield has succumbed to his wounds. The assassin, Charles Guiteau, encountered his victim at the Washington Railroad Depot station of profound sorrow and astonishment.
Extra, New York Herald, April 15, 1865.
They have also rebuilt the front of the Unabomber's cabin. You can even peek in the window at some of the items back in there amongst the pegboard. By pressing these buttons, you can light up different areas of a crime scene and let you know what detectives and officers are always looking for clues. Plenty of items there on the bed that can be used as evidence. And then up here, very obvious, are the bullet holes in the window. Over the years, lots of different tools of the trade have been used. Everything from camera equipment and fingerprint items. And of course the autopsy table. Can't forget about that. Even some morgue doors in here. I'm pressing the button now and it's going to now highlight the fingerprints. Got them. Near the water fountain and restrooms, there is some artwork in this hallway. Painted on the side of this door says, "No parking." You may have heard of a polygraph test. This is the machine they would hook you up to perform that test. Famous mug shots. See if you recognize any of these folk. You probably do. You just kind of pan down. Stopped by Albuquerque police for a traffic violation. Bill Gates. Can this really detect a lie? There's one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. I have to place my fingers right here on this test pattern. Have I ever taken office supplies from work? As far as I could recall, I never have. I did work at an office supply store. Does that count? I guess not.
Stand under either number 2 or 4. Everyone, turn to your left.
I don't want to. Now arrived in the judge's, well, not the judge's chambers. This is the actual courthouse. The hierarchy of the United States court system as shown here. If you follow the Casey Anthony trial, you might remember Judge Belvin Perry. Here is his outfit.
And the cell will be inspected often and without warning. When we find anything that could cause harm to our gods or your fellow inmates, those weapons will be confiscated and you will be punished for character and responsibility. Efforts confiscated at a rate of 12%.
This camera was used for 40 years to photograph all prisoners entering the island. John Wayne Gacy painted this while he was behind bars. Famous movie monsters. Capone's cell was a little bit more luxurious, I guess. Wouldn't really be the word, but much nicer than a normal prisoner's accommodations. See him over there in the corner, just hanging around. This is more of your standard cell with the bunk beds, a desk, a toilet, water fountain, and you can have an Andy Dufresne moment if you so choose. Go towards the light. Go towards the light. Back in yet another room with some interesting items. Ducking stool. And over here, that is something you do not want to stick your head through. Stay out of there as well. It's a gas chamber. Hear it? It's filling up. Continuously filling. They're just pumping a lot of gas into that thing. Whew. And now on to the automobiles. OJ's Ford Bronco. He was behind the wheel of this thing back in 1994 during that infamous chase. And as a temporary exhibit, a few of his personal items, like the ties he wore on trial. If you've ever seen the Warren Beatty film Bonnie and Clyde, this was used. Ted Bundy's Volkswagen Beetle and the other belonged to John Dillinger. Kind of get a very uneasy, eerie feeling just looking at this thing. Now that's cool. Used in the Untouchables. Yeah! I'm being watched by infrared vision. I'm being infrareded. Okay, I found the second half of that car. It's on this side of the wall. They cut it in half and use it for a display in 2 different rooms. Looking at this, judging by this mechanism, I have reached the end. And of course, you must exit through the gift shop. Whoa, look at that towel. Dry off with that thing. Better off with a hat, t-shirt, or even a drinking mug or cup. These are very clever bumper stickers. I escaped Alcatraz East. Oh, mug shots. I get it. And if you have a hankering for some caution tape, you can get it here on the bottom shelf down there. That's going to do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe. By doing so, helps keep you in the loop and up to date on future uploads here on this channel. Take it a step further and ring that notification bell. See you in the next video. The vlog is over. And here's the souvenir I picked up. A little memento for my already very expansive magnet collection on my fridge. The more the merrier.